My very good morning. Welcome to the Sports Ride. My name is Kizuke. What a weekend it was again. I'm happy to be reuniting with you this Monday morning. Today happens to be the 14th of August. Now we keep moving. I want to say thank God for life for another day. Thank God for you also sticking around here. So to watch me and let's talk about sports on the show. Now, a whole lot of basketballs happened in the course of the weekend, but I just would go into like the beats. The show would go the ride and we'll give you all the updates, just some top stories would do. But like some teams really had a splendid outing, but I'll let you know some really struggled on the verge of trying to keep it right. And also for Chelsea, they got a stalemate against Liverpool. Last 7 meeting has been all about Chelsea. But come with me, let's go into the local scene. Local news will do, NNL to be exact, Nigerian National League, where organizers of the second tier Nigerian National League NNL have spoken in strong words that there is no diphtheria or disease outbreak in Kano. The Asian Northern City slated to host the 2022-2023 NNL relegation playoff, thus dismissing a spurious report in a section of the media suggesting that there is there's a spread of the disease in Kano. Now, according to reports saying shortly after the government of Kano State graciously gave the nod to host the NNL relegation playoff at the Sani Abacha Stadium, unconfirmed reports made the rounds that the disease has engulfed the entire state. George Alao, chairman of the NNL, labeled such news as false, pointing out that he made efforts to confirm the safety of hosting the playoff in Kano and that his inquiries from the National Center of that's for Disease NCDC indicated that Kano State is very much safe. That's just what it is. But away from that, come with me, let's talk about the three Lionesses of England who have qualified for the semi-final at this year's FIFA Women's World Cup after a 2-1 comeback win against Colombia. It's a third consecutive semi-final appearance for the reigning European champions. Talk about Colombia also veg out there. Now England are the European champions, but Colombia also took the lead with 1 minute left in the first half through Lacey Herrera as her effort sailed over England keeper. England equalized in 7 minutes at a time thanks to Lauren Hemp after the Colombian international keeper spilled a harmless ball. And in the 63rd minute, Alicia Rosso netted her winner as she hit a low shot into the far corner. England will now meet co-host Australia in the semi-final, while Sweden will take on Spain as they square up in a very big game to host. Now, let's talk about boxing. Yeah, Anthony Joshua on the news. A big fan of Anthony Joshua. That's who Kizuke is. I don't want to say I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua because of the skin color. I'm not a racist, right? I don't want to say I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua because of the Nigerian connection. No, that's just what it is. My like for Anthony Joshua is exceptional. Reasons are because he knows the ring very well. He knows how to do it right. He knows how to go around every boxer on the ring. Anthony Joshua, you need to see that punch. I'm so sure Robert Helenius in his next generation to come, no disrespect to him, he would attest to that punch. That punch, look at your screen, you can see that fight. It was a very crucial fight. Now, Anthony Joshua took out Robert Helenius inside the 7th round at the O2 Arena in London. That's in London on Saturday. Helenius surprised when he took Joshua into the round, the second half with their contest. But then it was a single shot, a huge right cross to the jaw. Joshua extinguished his effort, dropping him heavily at 127 of the 17th round. Now, Joshua was due to renew hostilities with old rival Dillian White on the show, but that bout had to be cancelled after White returned adverse analytic finding in the pre-fight anti-doping protocols. Now, it left Joshua looking for a replacement opponent at just weeks' notice, and Helios, he was the man who availed himself. Now, moments, after that, taking a 3-round victory over Mika Melinos last weekend in Finland, made himself available for the fight. Now, after being knocked out in the first round by John Tawada, Helios was, seizing an opportunity to return to action at the top tier of the heavyweight division. He began with Spirit 2, rushing out in the fourth round to curve punches at Joshua's guard. Now, for Anthony Joshua, former unified champion, is determined to reclaim a title, and for him, Helenius was just another step on the rock back. He softened Helenius up with a occasional combination and then delivered a brutal ending. That's what was so scary. I was reminiscing when I saw that blow, right? That's the right word, a world champion, Anthony Joshua. When I saw that, I was like, hey man, I don't really think this guy can actually get to stand this. Anthony Joshua at the time of the day, nobody takes away anything from the legend himself. In the game, some want to believe legend is about when you're done with the game. Of course not. Anthony Joshua in that fight was exceptional. He wanted a fight not with Helenius, but Helenius, of course, a big man in the game, availed himself and see, if I take out my time will not be enough for me to analyze the punch. And if I have my way, Anthony Joshua would definitely have to explain to me how does he get to trade this kind of fist? I mean, the blow or the fist blow, whichever way, was just a top-notch one. And trust me, Hellenius just could not, stand his ground. Now let's move on away from the world of boxing and go talk about tennis, where people are really keeping the cool. Italian seeded Jannik Sinner and Alex de Minaur both dominated opponents in stretch set on Saturday to reach the final of the ATP Toronto Masters. Sinner, also runner-up last spring in Miami, reached the second final of the season at the elite level with a 6-4 defeat to American Tom Paul. Now Alex de Minaur put an Australian into a Canadian final for the first time since 2001 with a 6-1, 6-3 defeat to Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Now the last Aussie to reach the title match here was Patrick Raffa, who had lifted the 1998 trophy. Now Alex de Minaur maintained his hard-court form first last weekend in Los Cabos, where he finished runner-up to 760 pounds. Sinner also had to battle in his fourth career Masters semi-final, claiming the opening set in 53 minutes and winning for the 6-shot rally to take a 5-2 lead in the second set. Now Jannik Sinner also was broken while serving for victory, but recovered the game later for victory on his third match point. Jannik Sinner led de Minaur his doubles partner this week for love in previous meeting. World number 18 de Minaur will bid for his 8th career trophy and second this season after winning the windswept semi-final over Davidovich Fokina that was littered with service breaks. Now moving on, the Australian who knocked out second seed Daniil Medvedev in the quarterfinals said winning could not have been enough. Winning could not have been more difficult. The 31-minute opening set established the hit or miss tone of a contest where 8 of 9 second set games were breaks of serves. Now Alex de Minaur squared out victory with just 9 winners and the same number of unforced errors. His opponent, was let down by 38 unforced, errors. Now talk about Alex de Minaur. He will play in his 4th final this year, 1-2, and the 14th in his career. It doesn't really sound cool for him. It was about the seeded Italian international Jannik Sinner. I'm loving the name, really loving the name. I watched that game. I watched that game. It was like a sleepless night for me, and I was, I was staring even when I felt like I was almost going to sleep off. But no, I just wanted to know how it goes. Jannik Sinner, congratulations for getting that thing right against Alex de Minaur. But again, I want to say there is no disrespect to Alex de Minaur and the time and the day. Now come with me. Let's quickly go because of time frame and talk about the Chelsea game that happened yesterday. Was for Mauricio Pochettino. It's actually a while I personally see him or have seen him on the dugout. A good manager will tell any time. One thing about the game of football, it's more of a beautiful game, is that when a team does it right, everybody give accolades to the manager. But if you don't do it right, then possibly you have to go blame the manager. If he gets the selections okay, then it is what it is. So Mauricio Pochettino, has gotten Chelsea a point yesterday, or he got Chelsea a point yesterday with a stalemate against Liverpool. Now, Pochettino, the Argentine international, reign as Chelsea manager began on a bright note as the Blues held Liverpool to a 1-1 in Sunday's Premier League game at Stamford Bridge. It was the Reds who took the lead through Luis Diaz, the Colombian international, as he calmly converted a true pass from Mohamed Salah to silence the home supporters. However, Axel Assisi, former player for Monaco, opened his goal account as he leveled before the break to the delight of the fans, and the Blues were then on top for the entire second half. Chelsea had Liverpool playing back in their own half for much of the second period. Nicholas Jackson going close to giving the Blues the lead as he beat Ibrahim Konate for pace and fired straight at Alisson Becker. On final chance fell the way of Mikhailo Modric deep in stoppage time as he was played in, but the winger took the ball around the Alisson and could not catch up with its host, had to settle for an opening point, and it was a draw yesterday for Chelsea. Did they do well? Yes. The second half was all about the Blues, and also it's a long time. I can't recall the last I saw a team play without a brand. There's no name on the jersey. Maybe possibly Infinite Athletes just might before the next game. Maybe negotiations still on the way for Chelsea. Also, they are sticking on Moise Caicedo, but I'll give you all of these details. Let's go talk about Harry Kane. Thomas Tuchel said something about Harry Kane. He said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He really apologized to Harry Kane. And Harry Kane has made a move from Tottenham Hotspur, where he's been for a long time, scoring a lot of goals, still sticking for a big trophy. The trophy for himself. I'm not talking about the preseason type. His goal record is top-notch, second to none. Nobody takes away anything from the goal scorer. He made a move from Tottenham Hotspur away, and he got to Bayern Munich. wanting to win his first major trophy. It was a bad one that Danny almost said no for RB Leipzig. I will give it to Leipzig as well. You know why? Because Leipzig have lost a whole lot of key players, the likes of Josko Vardiol, the likes of, Zebozai to Liverpool. But they were still in their A game. Now let's talk about Harry Kane as he missed out on the winning of the first trophy of his career after Bayern Munich lost 3-0 to RB Leipzig in the DFL Super Cup on Saturday. Harry Kane made his debut for Bayern Munich as a second-half substitute against Leipzig, who triumphed thanks to a hat-trick from Dani Olmo. Now the 30-year-old completed his £86.4 million move to Bayern Munich from boyhood club Tottenham Hotspur. Earlier on Saturday, he was named on the bench, having only had a brief training session with his new teammate as soon after completing the move. Now, Dani Olmo, the Spanish international, scrambled home the opener in the 3rd minute after Bavarian side Bayern Munich failed to steal with a free kick from the wild areas. In the 44th minute, Dani Olmo then produced a magical flick to double Leipzig lead. Bayern considered a penalty where Nosser Mazraoui was judged to have handled the ball in his own box. Dani Olmo converted the spot kick to complete his hat-trick and make it 3-0 in the 68th minute. Congratulations to RB Leipzig and the time on the day. I will give it to them. But let's go on now. Ronaldo on the news, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know how he does this. I want to ask Ronaldo a question. A human is having 85% of social media world followers, 600 million followers. Ronaldo is a top-notch man. Ronaldo is masterclass, outstanding international. He's a brand influencer. You know about the CR7. You would give it to him. When he made the move to al-nassr, a whole lot of people said you don't have to go to al-nassr. The Saudi League is not cool enough for you. Now the story is history. A whole lot of players would rather make him move to al-nassr. Ronaldo has made that move. We just might have seen Neymar just slightly joining al-Hilal. Now Ronaldo guided 10-man al-nassr to their first ever Arab Club Champion Cup title win after scoring twice in a 2-1 extra time win over fellow Saudi side al-Hilal on Saturday. Ronaldo failed to land the trophy last season after his move to al-nassr, who finished runner-up in the Saudi Pro League. But the 38-year-old international scored 6 times in the tournament to finish as its top scorer en route to the title. The tournament is played by top Arab clubs in the region and included teams from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Iraq, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria. The Stars started al-nassr side had many chances to score in the first half with close season signings. Sadio Mane, Seko Fofana, Marcelo Brozovic all denied by goalkeeper Mohamed Alaouez. The game at King Fahd Sports City Stadium remains scoreless until 6 minutes into the second half when al-Hilal Malcolm crossed the ball and found fellow Brazilian Michael who put the side ahead with a free header to rub salt into their wound. The 27-year-old even produced the Ronaldo goal celebration, and he ran to the corner flag and leaped into the air. That seemed to fire up Ronaldo, and the Portugal captain equalized. Ronaldo being the Portugal captain equalized, in that very game in the 74th minute when he got on the end of a low cross from a right back, Sultan Al-Ghamani, to score for a 5th game in a row. Al-nassr defender, his name is Abdullah Nasser. Al-nassr Abdullah Al-Mari, that's the name. The Saudi guys all out everywhere. Was sent off in the second half before Nawaf Bashar was given his matching order while on the bench for arguing with an official, but they held on to take the charge to take the game to extra time. Ronaldo then doubled the lead in the first half of extra time when he pounced on a rebound off the crossbar and headed home with the goalkeeper off his line. There was concern, however, when Ronaldo was carted off the field with an apparent injury after collision in the second period of extra time, just 2 days before the Saudi Pro League opener against Al-Tifaq of Steven Gerrard. I would not just leave the show without giving a little bit talk about Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo. I also love Messi, so it doesn't feel like I'm trying to take sides. But Ronaldo, what a player he is, anytime. What a player he is. Time will not let me to talk more about Ronaldo, but I love what he does. The celebration was massive. Alex Telles with the photograph celebration, and it's just what it is. Come with me, let's talk about Man United, who have announced that Brazil midfielder Fred will be joining Turkish side Fenerbahce. The statement on United website on Friday confirmed that Fred is set for a switch to the Turkish Super League side, subject to medical, agreeing to personal terms, and also receiving international clearance process, to process the move. Now, the club also announced that Fred is free to fly to Istanbul on Saturday, and that's in order to take this medical test. Fred joined United in the summer of 2018 from Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk and has made 213 appearances in total for the Reds. He appeared in the Emirates FA Cup final against Manchester City, and after helping United lead the Carabao Cup earlier in the campaign. And his most recent outing was back in a friendly win over Lyon in Edinburgh. Now, the club wrote the 30-year-old leaves so many positive memories from his time at Old Trafford, where he has been hugely popular individual, both as a person and as a player. Everybody at the club would like to wish the very best of luck to Fred for the future as we wait confirmation that the deal is completed. Fred to Fenerbahce is almost done, if not done. Now, Paris Saint-Germain also in talks with Al Hilal about the sale of Neymar, with the Brazilian international ready for a move to Saudi Arabian side. PSG wants a significant fee for Neymar, who cost them a world record £200 million to sign from Barcelona back in 2017, which will help with financial fair play consideration. I tell you what, Neymar is not thought to be a key player for new head coach Luis Enrique as he builds a new side. Paris Saint-Germain have been open to selling him in order to focus on forming a younger, hungrier team. I tell you what, Neymar is not thought to be a key player for Luis Enrique, and we just have to know how it goes. PSG also has been open to selling him in order to focus on forming a very, very good team. Now, also they've sold Lionel Messi. Kylian Mbappe returns back to the team on Friday. Mbappe told PSG he will not leave the club under any circumstances during this window, but the club indicated he would be frozen out of the first team squad on Sunday. Mbappe was allowed to train with the first team after he indicated he is committed to the club. PSG accepted £258 million bid for Al Hilal last month, but Mbappe rejected the Saudi move for a one-year move to Saudi side. PSG feel the forward has already agreed to move to Real Madrid on a free transfer, talking about in the next summer, and that's for Kylian Mbappe. He just might be leaving. He's very close, but every time was okay. PSG have him now. They had a draw against Lorient. The game is magical. Nobody would ever know. We saw a whole lot of games, unexpected result. Paris Saint-Germain getting a draw with Lorient, and that's just what it is. What about Getafe? A draw again with Barcelona, but all of this I talk more. I'll be talking more when I return, hopefully for you tomorrow. It happens to be a Tuesday, but I'm happy to be here. But for now, I'm leaving you. Stay safe. My name is KZK. Good morning once again.